our channel. In this video, I will explain another example on Z transforms. See the statement. Apply Z transforms to solve the difference equation. Already know that this type of equation is called difference equation. Given that u0 is 0 and u1 is also 0. These are known as conditions. Okay. At these conditions, we have to find out the solution of this difference equation. Okay. See the solution. First of all, we have to write the given difference equation once again in the solution. So, given difference equation is un plus 2 minus 5 into un plus 1 plus 6 into un is equal to 5 power n. Take it equation number 1. So, at the climax, we have to find out the solution for the nth term un. We have to find out the value of un here. Okay. So, what is the Z transform of un? Z transform of un is nothing but a function of z. You can represent it with u of z. That's why inverse of u of z. Inverse Z transform of this function u of z is nothing but un. Okay, please note down these two things. Now apply Z transform on both sides of the given difference equation 1. So you will get directly by applying linear property, you will get Z transform of un plus 2 minus 5 is the constant right outside from the operator Z. So 5 into Z transform of un plus 1 plus 6 into Z transform of un. In the right side we have 5 power n. We have to apply Z transform to that term also. Now by using shifting properties from left, we have to write the formula of Z transform of un plus 2. Don't forget one important thing. In the case of ordinary differential equation, we have to apply Laplace transform on both sides. After that, we have to write the formula of L of I double dash. In that case, it is L of I double dash. Here, it is Z transform of un plus 2. Okay. So, what is the formula for Z transform of un plus 2? Z square whole into u of z minus u0 minus u1 by z minus 5 is there, and again Z transform of un plus 1. Again by using shifting properties, it is nothing but small z into u of z minus u0. This is capital U and this is small u. Don't forget it. And last term in the left hand side is 6 into what is Z transform of un? Z transform of un is nothing but u of z is equal to, it is in the form of a power n. So z by z minus a, z minus a is nothing but base value which is pi. Okay. So we have to write this formula very carefully. Okay, don't forget it. Now apply the conditions in this equation. What are the given conditions? Given conditions are u0 is 0 and u1 is 0. So whenever we have u0, blindly replace it by 0. Whenever we have u1, replace it by 0. So you will get z square whole into, I am taking this z square to inside, z square into u of z. This is 0, this is 0. So z square into 0, 0. Z square into 0, 0. I am eliminating the two terms. Minus 5z into u of z. This is also 0 because u0 is given as 0. 5z into u0 is 0 plus 6 into u of z. 6 into u of z is equal to z by z minus 5. Now we are observing that in every term in the left hand side we have u of z. So take common out the u of z in each and every term. So you will get, by taking u of z in the first part, z square is the remaining term minus 5z is there plus 6 is the remaining term in the last term is equal to, whole into u of z is equal to z by z minus 5. We need the value of u of z first. Before that, write the factors for this term. 2 3s are 6. So in between we have -5. So write minus 2 and minus 3. So what are the factors? Z minus 2 into Z minus 3. Since this is a quadratic term, surely it has two linear factors. I am writing the two factors here. P of Z is equal to Z by Z minus 5. Okay. So take these two factors to right side. They becomes to denominator. U of Z is equal to Z by Z minus 2 into Z minus 3 into Z minus 5. So to get un value, we have to take inverse on both sides. Z inverse of U of Z is un. But don't take directly inverse here. So before that, applying inverse Z transform, we have to resolve this term to partial fractions. That's why first of all I am dividing with Z on both sides. Otherwise you can take this Z to left hand side denominator. Okay, what is the remaining term? 1 by Z minus 2 into Z minus 3 into Z minus 5. Forget about the left hand side part. Just consider this part only. You can take the partial fractions of this remaining term. A by Z minus 2 plus B by Z minus 3 plus C by Z minus 5. Denominator has only linear factors. That's why I will take the partial fractions as A by first factor plus B by second factor plus C by third factor. So to get the ABC values, we have to take the LCM and we have to equate the numerator to 1. So surely we will get the ABC values. But I am not using that old method. See here. Z minus 2 plus something by Z minus 3 plus something by Z minus 5. How can we find out the numerator of Z minus 2? Just put Z is equal to 2 in the remaining term here except Z minus 2. So numerator is only 1. Replace Z is equal to 2 here. 2 minus 3. Minus 1 into 2 minus 5. Minus 3. So minus 1 into minus 3. 3. 1 by 3 is the A value. Okay. I will use this direct method. Z is equal to 3. Replace Z is equal to 3 in the previous term except in this factor. Okay. Close this factor. So you will get 1 in the numerator. If there is Z in the numerator, you have to put Z is equal to 3 in the numerator also. So 3 minus 2. 1 into 3 minus 5. Minus 2. So minus 1 by 2 is the B value. C by Z minus 5. I will find out the C value directly by replacing Z is equal to 5. Replace Z is equal to 5 except this factor. If you put Z is equal to 5 in this one also, you will get 1 by 0 infinity. That's why don't put Z is equal to 5 in this factor. 1 by 5 minus 2. It would be 3. 5 minus 3. It would be 2. So however, I got that 1 by 3 into 1 by Z minus 2. Okay. Plus into minus. Minus 1 by 2 into 1 by Z minus 3. And 3 2s are 6. 1 by 6 into 1 by Z minus 5. Okay. So we got the partial fractions for this remaining term. Now take this Z to right side numerator. So actually got U of Z by Z is equal to this one. Take this Z to this side. See the next step. U of Z is equal to, if we take this denominator to numerator, it becomes 1 by 3 into Z by Z minus 2 is the first term minus 1 by 2 into Z by Z minus 3. So this denominator becomes to numerator of this first part, second part and last part also. Don't forget. Plus 1 by 6 into Z by Z minus 5. Okay. So now you can apply inverse Z transform on both sides. This model is very important in your semester exams. So prepare carefully. Z inverse of U of Z is equal to 1 by 3 into Z inverse of Z by Z minus 2 minus 1 by 2 into Z inverse of Z by Z minus 3 plus 1 by 6 into Z inverse of Z by Z minus 5. So what is z inverse of u of z? In starting we wrote that z inverse of u of z is nothing but un. 1 by 3 into, we are observing that each and every part is in the form of z inverse of z by z minus a. The result is a power n. According to this formula, here we have a is equal to, so you will get 2 power n minus 1 by 2 into, here we have a is equal to 3, so you will get 3 power n plus 1 by 6 into 5 power n. Please highlight with your box. What is this? This is the required solution. This is the required solution of 1. So in your examination, after getting the solution, you can also check that whether your answer is right or wrong. See the verification part. For every difference equation problem, you can easily check that our problem is right or wrong. So in this solution, put n is equal to 0. Why I am putting n is equal to 0? Here we are getting the solution by using the given conditions. In the given conditions, u0, first condition is given as u0 is equal to 0. So this final solution should satisfy that condition. If we replace n is equal to 0, you will get the value of u0. If your answer is 0, then only your problem is right. Otherwise your problem is wrong. So 1 by 3 into 2 power 0, 1. Anything power 0 is 1. Minus 1 by 2 is there. 3 power 0 is 1. Plus 1 by 6 into 5 power 0. Whenever we have n in this solution, I am replacing it by 0. So 6 is the LCM. So 2 times, 3 times, 1 time. We are observing that 1 plus 2, 3. 3 minus 3. So 0 by anything, 3 minus 3 is 0. So we got u0 is 0. So since we are getting the given condition correctly, your answer is right. You can also check that u1 value. Surely you will get u1 is also 0. Okay, it is enough to check that at least first condition in our examinations. Thank you very much. In the next video, I will give another example on solving difference equation. Bye.